Hello everybody and welcome back to Dishonored 2. I'm Violet and today we're going to be taking on the Addermire Institute. It's a big building on an island that we're just about to see after this lovely little railway intro. I really like this. It's very atmospheric. The weather's changed quite dramatically since we were in the docks earlier. I don't know. It's a cool level. It's got one of my favorite things about this entire game is in this level, and I'm excited to show it to you a little bit later. For now, let's just get going.
Fifth Lieutenant Mikos, report to the duty officer as soon as you finish your current patrol.
There's a lot of announcements like that over the loudspeaker system, and they actually do come out of the loudspeakers, so if you destroy all of those loudspeakers, you won't hear the announcements anymore. Which I think is a nice touch, although it's quite hard to do. There's a lot of them. There we go, let's get up here. Now we're going to listen to this conversation between these two guards so that they'll move. So maybe I'll just cut to the end of that conversation because it's not that relevant. There he is. Alright. I could drop tackle him, but I like to go down on the ground for some reason. I think when I was first planning this in my route, it was at a point in my life where I wasn't as confident about drop takedowns, whereas now I do those things all the time. It's really easy. It's funny how little old habits from way, way back still end up just being how I do things even when they no longer make sense. I think it's just been such a long time trying to figure out how to play this game in a permadeath way that's safe. Which probably shouldn't have been, but I had a couple of false starts. Kind of gave up on this run for a while, but then I came back, and I'm really glad I did. There's crossbow bolts over here? I don't need them, but I've never noticed that before. They've been shooting at these bags of whatever this is. What are those bags? Alright. This third guard over here could be a problem. Just go up a sleeping dart real quick. I swear in the past he's seen me. Usually doesn't, but sometimes he just looks over his shoulder. He might be one of those guards who just occasionally does that, and I don't know when he does it. This time we were lucky, that's great. I do not want to reset the run at this point, that'd be really bad. If I get seen, I have to reset, by the way, that's the rules. If we kill anyone or we get seen, we have to reset. If we die, we have to reset. There's no saving loading. I should demonstrate that. Check it out. I can't save, I can't load. It does that for me automatically when I quit the game. Alright, yep, we've done all of that. I don't want to get anything else out of here. Here's a fun little thing. So we want to get into the room through there. I'm not going to look too closely, but we want to get in there. But there's a guard inside the doorway who is pretty good at spotting you if you just try to walk in. But if you throw a glass at this statue, I like to aim for the head. I don't know if that's important. And just hide. Oh, he's the only one who hears. So he'll come running out. There you go. Nice. A little bit cheap, but I kind of like it. And with him gone, getting into this next room is a lot easier to deal with. Just slip by, and there's a guard coming. He's going to start walking as we come in, so we just have to get behind this stuff relatively quickly. He's not very fast. Just hide over here. There we go. We should, we should see his head. Oh, goodness, okay. Now, Emily, calm down. You don't want to lean upwards because he can see you, but if you just kind of move side to side, you get a little bit of extra, there he is. He's going to go into that office and start typing. I've never seen her do this before. She's just ducking a lot today. Okay, let's go get him. He's typing. Something bad happening through there. We're not going to prevent it. Let me think. I think these blinds in front of me are protecting us from being seen by the guards through there. Hope so, at least. Just pop him through here. You know, in this instance, I think she's only unconscious, so she didn't die. The woman who was just speaking did not die. That's comforting, right? Fuck cops. Oh, crap, that actually stops time. I'm just gonna cut to, because we're waiting for a guard. One guard will leave, and then another guard will come walking past here. And then we'll just go grab him, so I'll just wait until he's here, and then... Yeah. There he goes. Didn't take that long. The other guy's gone somewhere. Just grab him. There's another bone charm around. Sometimes I pick it up just to make the noise stop, but it's actually kind of fiddly and it takes longer to pick up than it does to just walk away, so I guess I should just walk away. Okay. So now I'm going to go turn off the wall of light because we want to go through there. Have we looked at a wall of light before in this run? Oh my god. Look, this is the wall of light. If something goes in there, it gets evaporated. Unless it's attuned. I'm not attuned. I also want to point out these two guards. There we go. On the stairs here, they're on level 2. And they're going to stay like this. One of them's playing like a dice game, and the other one just sort of leans against the wall and watches him, I guess. They're a problem for a lot of reasons. One thing, they're both watching each other, and they don't tend to look away very often, so it's hard to get one on his own. There's also a flammable bottle somewhere around here, and if you knock them unconscious with a sleeping dart, they might fall onto it and get burnt, and that counts as a kill, so it would end our run. They're tricky. We'll be dealing with them later. Just remember that they're there. They're on level 2, one level above the ground floor. Hey, hey. Very sticky little magnetic whale oil tank holder thing. I'm just going to swing by this little abandoned room because there's some money and some schematics. The things I don't even really want to buy. The code is 369. It's kind of confusing. There's two kinds of safe in this game. One of them has a combination like this one, but the other just doesn't, and I'm not sure what's supposed to be secure about them. Like, it seems like you can just break into them whenever you want. I didn't have to do anything to get them here. I'm not sure what that's about. Okay, cool. I think there's like a good way to drop down from here, but I've forgotten where it is, so hey! Hey, that worked. Am I forgetting anything? I'll show you, she's unconscious, she's just been left here. I don't know what the plan is for her. I assume she's in trouble, but no one really did anything. Oh yeah, here's the Duke. We'll steal a painting of the Duke.
The Duke of Serkonos.
Now, as we walk in here, there's going to be something will trigger and a guard will come down from above. So we want to be well out of the way. I'm hoping he takes the elevator. He usually does. Right? Come on. There you go, yep. Sometimes I swear he's taking the stairs, though. So, it's never 100% certain in my mind. But today, we're going to be fine. Spy on him. There he goes. He's going to walk into the dog hallway, and then we'll never see him again. Which works for me. There he goes. So, for a long time, I thought if you don't have magic powers, you can't get into the top of this elevator. Because, like, you know, you go in here, and there's a hole here, but it's hard to jump. But I, you know, figured out recently there's this little cage, which is very useful. You just stand up, aim your camera pretty high, walk a bit forwards, and jump. There you go. And that is useful because this elevator, I think uniquely in this game, has a button on the top, which takes you all the way up above the top floor available in there. This is a higher floor. And we're going to go so fast, sitting in the back corner, that the guards won't see us. None of the guards are going to see us. Those guards won't see us. And now we're at the top of the building, which is a fantastic place to be. I'll grab a rune. Spare $200. And we'll just wait for these guards to stop talking, so we'll listen to them. That was pretty quick. Things are going quick today. Maybe my perceptions are faster. You know when, like, time passes really quickly for some reason? Is that when you're having a good time? Am I having a good time? Am I enjoying this? I think I'm enjoying this. This game's great. It's fun just to play this game. Let him get a bit further and then go. And just leave him. By now the other guard should be facing the door. Never quite sure if that's true, but it always works. He goes there pretty quickly. Yeah, this is Hypatia's office. This is the doctor we're here to see. So we need our keys. Hide him in here, and remember to grab the money, because there's a surprising amount of money in this room. Both in the obvious big crystal thing. Don't need that. Nope, maxed out. Good. And also in this gold bar hidden in the bookshelf that I completely forgot about for years. And the key. Heck, get a health potion. Okay, he's hidden. That guy's there, which means the next step. It's going to be a little bit confusing, but I promise it's important, and I'll explain later. Let's grab this bottle, and I'll waltz over here. Don't mind if I do, and... Oh no!
That sounded like a broken glass.
We'll come back to that. Anyway, we're going to go talk to the outsider again. Very important. He's going to give us 2 more runes. Extra $400. Not going to say no to that.
enjoy watching history warp.
It's a little bit slow on the pressing F to skip cutscene button there. I'm very sorry. Alright, great. So those guards are still they're still searching for us, and they can come up here. Oh, by the way, there's little telescopes in this mission. It's just fun that they put that in the game. You can even find some guards. They are just like really bored and looking through the telescope one after the other. They're all like huddled around it. We're not going to see them today, but there's some guards who want to look at the coast. Or the sea, I guess. If I worked in a place that had telescopes, I would be looking through them constantly. Even if there was nothing. Like, maybe you'd see a whale, you know? But even if there was no whale, just telescopes are cool. Trying to remember. So they could be out here. Just sort of looking around for whoever threw that glass, but they don't seem to be today. So I'll just take a bit of a running leap at this. Get back into this little nice safe area above the elevator shaft. And a fun fact about this elevator button, if you trick a guard into being inside the elevator and then like pause time with your magic powers that you can have in this game, by the way, there's a magic power that freezes time. If you get a guard in here and then press this button, they will not be able to escape this elevator because they can't, unless it's a scripted event, they are not smart enough to operate the buttons of an elevator, so they'll just sit in here, and if they see you through the bars, they'll throw rocks at you, but otherwise they'll just stay up here and you've sort of taken care of them, which is fun. Bit elaborate though, hard to pull off, especially for me because I have no powers. We're listening for the calming down sound. Oh, there's a guard. I can hear them walking. I just want them to stop searching for me. Oh, there's the calming down sound. Good to see, good to hear. That means they've given up the search. They are still physically around, and they have to walk back to their original sort of patrol point. Which floor is he on? That one, okay. That seems pretty far down. Is it? If we go slowly, I think we'll be alright. Is this just dust? Decay? Okay. Let's go down. Terrified someone's gonna pop up behind me. He sounds kind of close. Ugh. Sounds really close. Hello? I promise this will be worth it. Just like, keeping an eye out, because, you know, it's a permadeath playthrough. It'll be good if we hear dice.
I thought I heard blood flies for a second.
Oh, you hear that? I think we're good. So, remember those two guards that I mentioned before? They were facing each other and they're hard to take down non-lethally because of the fire bottle? Well, they're just below us here. This is level 3, they're on level 2, sort of halfway up the stairs. So what's really important is that you don't stand right there, because if you do, the guard who's leaning against the wall will see you. So you really shouldn't stand right here, because he'll see you, and then the run is over, you have to go back to the start, and oh my goodness, where's he going? He was standing right there, do you remember? His friend here with the dice, that's him, that's the one I'm holding now. I was so happy when I found this. Alright, I should explain. So, when you distract these two guards, they both search for you like normal guards do. And then when they're done searching, they calm down and they go back to their original point, or at least this guy does. His friend does not. He leaves. He goes into a separate room all the way down around the corner here. I'll show you. He might take a second to actually pop up, but he's in there. Oh, did you see his shadow? He'll never go in here unless you provoke him in some way, but once he does, should be coming by pretty soon. Where is he? There he is, see? He's supposed to be here. But for some reason, when you distract him with at least one lightning bolt worth of distraction, he just stops caring. It's great. He goes into that completely separate room and he'll never ever come out. You don't have to deal with him. Which works for me just fine. It's also pretty easy to take him out. He's only got one other guard in there, and it's like he's facing the wall. You can clean everything out really easily. And what's even better is that when he's on the stairs, he's actually quite good at seeing this doorway, which we do need to go through for the non-lethal ending. So it's really useful to use this oversight, this bug, this glitch. I'm not sure what it is, but I love it. I love it so much. I think it fits. It makes the level better almost, and he is just not a threat. Let's go through here. Whoop, please close the door. Okay, great. Just gonna wait for this line. I think it's... Could he understand anything, or did you understand any of it? That's it.
He's losing it. Yelling nonsense for hours.
Could you understand any of it?
Lean out, bro.
Being a
There's chloroform.
problem.
I considered trying to do this level, this room, in a bit of a cooler way, because you can climb up here and get on the pipes, and it's kind of a neat little clambering above. You can get through to that room. It's neat, but in order to do it sort of sneakily, I would have probably had to let Hamilton die, because they kill him pretty quickly. Didn't want to do that. It seemed against the spirit of it. And plus, you know, it's just like... Eventually one of them just goes into a room and stares at a corner, so she's not hard to take care of. Hey, Hamilton. We're not going to talk to him, but we want his keys. Should I go grab that now? Yeah, I'm going to go grab that now. Those guards are fine. Crossbow bolts are fine. We have to come back here later, but I just want to make sure I remember. It's very important to me that we go upstairs and we get the schematic for stinging bolts, which is a thing I have here. I haven't used them all playthrough, and I've been talking about them way more than I've been using them. They're great. They make guards run away. I actually could have used one to take care of those two guards. The one who leaves for no reason. I could have done that to him. It would have been fine. I would have done virtually the same thing, but it's a little safer to do my version, and I just couldn't resist showing that off, because that's so weird, right? I have seen footage of another enemy later in the game who does something similar, but she only moved like a couple of meters, and she was still in the same room. So it's the only god I know of who will like go to a separate room. There it is. Really wanted that. Oh, and there's a stun mine in this vice.
There are so many skilled craftsmen across the Empire.
So if you just interact with the physics stuff, you get a free stun mine. Which I think is a cute detail. Makes exploring more interesting. A couple of bullets, don't need them. Flammable liquid, great. Okay, that was that taken care of. Now we are going to go take care of Hypatia. Gotta go talk to Hypatia. So, making some mental notes in my brain. She's just down here in this bloodfly infected hallway kind of thing. I'll through that hallway. Here we go. Another root in here. Lots and lots of bloodflies. Did I get him? Looks like I got him. Let's use one flame dot just to get through to this pesky little nest because it's kind of in the way. Bolts, free this thing. There you go. Easy. Is that money here? I swear I saw some blood amber. Which, I'm not sure if I've discussed this yet, but blood amber is something, sort of a material that's produced by these nests. Here's one over here. Which, they make their nests out of dead people. And so I'm guessing the blood amber is like blood honey. And what's weird about that is that people make art out of it in this game. Like, you can find blood amber sculptures around, and I just think that's an interesting detail that people make art out of that. Oh, by the way, I should say now, this next bit of the mission is a Jekyll and Hyde homage. That's just what it's just straight up Jekyll and Hyde. They're doing a Jekyll and Hyde thing right now. And if you're not into that for any reason whatsoever, that's completely fine, and I would just say now is probably a good time to stop watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and that you'll join us next time. We're going to be trying to break into a Clockwork Mansion. Very cool. But yeah, if you're not into Jekyll and Hyde stuff for any reason, now's a good time to switch off. Okay? Hey, everybody else, let's talk to Dr. Jekyll. Her name's Alexandria Hypatia in this one. We're going to skip her cutscene, but it is good to talk to her because it gives you some information. And you can get that information from something in this room, but I forget which one it is every single time. And I think reading it too early activates her evil mode. So we're just going to talk to her instead and just not click on this or this because I forget which one does that. So we're just going to run through here and grab sleep dots? No? Okay. Talk to her friend here. What's his name? It's like Vasco. It's gonna be like a loud noise when this breaks. Maybe I might make it less loud in the edit. Let's say I'll do that because I don't want you to have a loud noise. There it was. Yeah, she throws something through a window.
Gone.
The code is 312. Very luckily, she's transformed now. She's in hide mode, and so she's upstairs, which is really convenient because it means we can sneak out very easily. Thankfully, the developers were like, "Whoa, what just happened?" They were like, "Whoa, what just happened?" We'll come back. So to get the non-lethal ending, we gotta go mix up a cure for Hypatia. Gotta make the bad side retreat back into her subconscious, which, ooh, kind of spooky when you think about it. It's gonna go up here. Nope, gonna go downstairs. Oh my goodness. Should we try some fancy chandelier jumps? Yeah, cool. Fancy. If you stay on this side of the room, the guy in there shouldn't really see you, but if you stand in the doorway to the salon, the person we sent into there can spot you. So just don't go over there once you've done that to him. And you can just leave him alone, which is really fun. Where do these rats go? Shoo. Okay. Now we have the code to this. Was it 312? Gosh.
Let's see what's in here.
I like to try to remember because it's better than opening my journal. There we go. Usually I forget. There's the thing. Got a recipe. Steal some money. Thing here. Cool. There's like a fun little chemistry mini game in this bit. You get given these instructions on how to make the cure. And I kind of wish, like, it's a fun sequence, but I kind of wish you could mess it up. Like, I just think it'd be cool if you were given the freedom to do the steps out of order or take blood from the wrong kind of body, and then you wouldn't know you'd done anything wrong until you tried it on Hypatia and she just didn't get cured. I think that'd be fun. Obviously, for gameplay reasons, this is more accessible, which is good. You want people to be able to do stuff. Some good syringe sounds in this. Not in like a bad way, it's a very satisfying sounding syringe. Here we go. See, I don't know, I like that. You get to turn the Bunsen burner on, and it has a little timer built into it, which I think is really cute. I don't know why you would want a Bunsen burner on a timer. Is that... Maybe you would. Maybe this is a thing that people do in real life, but I just think, like... It's great that they modeled that in the game. They didn't have to, I don't think. But they did. Here's the cue. Alright, now we are ready to go take care of Hypatia in a non-lethal way. Almost done already. How? 27 minutes, my god. They've all been kind of half an hour so far. That's going to change soon. I think the Clockwork Mansion is longer. What? Oh, it's his sword. Find a sprint. Although, can she hear me? I can hear her. Okay. So what normally happens here, and she's a bit funny, Hypatia, she should come sprinting in and say some lines about how she can smell me. Where is she? Of course she's not behaving. Hypatia. Oh, there it is.
What do I smell here? River mud, northern spices, wood smoke, done wall.
Emily has a musk. Sounds nice. I wish I smelled like those things. Anyway, she's I'm gonna hide a bit back here because she's really good at looking up.
Wrong for you, didn't it?
Let her go all the way in there. Great. Time to go. This is the safest way I found to take care of her. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Here we go. Okay. She's pretty scary. And she looks behind her randomly, so she's actually quite intimidating. She goes to the right here, but she can't open the door on the right because we didn't open that door earlier. It's still locked, so we just get behind her when she turns around, and... Okay, there we go. That's the safest way I found.
Not back to sleep.
She might clip through this wall here if we're lucky. Come on.
Give it back.
Yeah. Okay, not so much today. Pretty realistic. I'm gonna talk to her just for fun. Let me teleport. I think Emily must have dragged her over here for some reason.
Dr. Hypatia.
It's nice and comfy
Yes.
here. Anyway, she's fine now. She's better, and she's gonna come live with us on our boat, the Dreadful Whale, which is great for her. More people on the boat. Okay, gosh, we are almost done. Just got we got one more thing to do, which I forgot to mention earlier. We have to take out this little watchtower, which again boggles the mind because it's only guarding this one area of this island, and like it seems like we could have skipped the previous mission and just sailed here on the boat, but whatever, it's video games. Don't hit this guy in the head, aim for the shoulder. we go. Hide for a sec. How about I didn't spend too long talking there, because his friend will eventually move. Should be right there. Let's get him.
Once
You
that
really don't want to
watchtower
spook
is
him, because he'll
down,
fall down
Megan
and dies. And that counts as your kill too. There we go. Pop these two down now. The one last little bit scary thing is hitting this guy. Should be okay, right? I think we'll be okay. There we go. What if I'd hit that little ray of light mid-air? Would the watchtower have spotted me and, like, tracked me? That sounds terrifying. Ugh. Pop him down. That's all the guards taken care of. We just want to... No, I'm going to climb. It's really cool if I get this on the first try, but I'm not going to. Watch. There we go. I practiced. Little finicky. I could jump over there and take it out, but look at this jump. It's a permadeath playthrough. I could die, you know? It's risky. Oh, you can see the dreadful whale from here. Anyway, if you hit a flame dart right about the top of these things, the tank explodes. Which, I don't think that works in Dishonored 1. I'm happy it does in Dishonored 2. Down we go. That's the mission. I could check to see if we've killed anyone I've been seeing, but I guess I'll leave that until the mission ends screen. Yeah, Addermire. It's no big thing. I don't know, what do you think that god was doing? Why does he leave? That's all I can think about with this mission is that god. He's just so different. I want to find more gods like him. If you know of any other gods like that god, let me know in the comments.
I bet some of your older relatives came here. Back when it was a rejuvenating solarium.
I have not heard her say that before. What the heck? Usually she says, like, I'll be here when you're ready to go or something. What's happening?
Can't leave this place yet. I don't like it. Ready now?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yes. Let's get back to the ship.
I'm gonna skip this cutscene, but what we learned is that Sokolov isn't here. He's with a guy named Kirin Jindosh. Oh, look, we did a perfect job. Not that much money. Made a serum. Fantastic. So that's it for this mission. I hope you will join me next time when we're going to be breaking into the home of Kirin Jindosh, a inventor with low moral fiber. Let's put it that way. He's got some robots we're going to be dealing with. We're going to have some robot adventures next time. So hope you'll join me for that. See ya.